Hey everyone, welcome back to another Tech Tuesdays. Oh, actually, wait a second. Intro music. Now, alright, welcome back to another Tech Tuesdays. In this episode, seeing as last episode we worked with drum tracks and stuff, I wanted to work with instrument tracks for this episode. So, let's get into it. Stop. So, obviously, instrument tracks are pretty much the same as drum tracks. You go into wherever you drag it in, you can drag it there or there. Pretty relatively simple. So if I don't mess something up by doing that. Then obviously you just click on this, or when you actually add in a new one, it'll actually open up. You see, I already have an instrument selected. It's pretty easy. You just go through, find the one you want. I'm on Rhodes ballad because it's a Rhodes. So obviously this is pretty simple. You just go through and then you have all these things in here. That's not necessarily what I wanted this tutorial to be about. So what I wanted this to be about was mostly about down here because this can be kind of confusing. So I'm just going to go through some of the more simplistic stuff about it. So first of all, obviously to record, it's the same as with an audio track or any other track. You just 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm pretty sure you guys are like, man, you just messed up the song. You did this instead of this, and that was wrong. Or maybe that was just me. But don't worry, because there's a way you can fix that, and there's a reason I did it. So as you can see down here, this is your basically your notes that you just played. That's the one thing that's nice about instrument tracks instead of audio tracks. The audio tracks, you can't edit this. Once it's here, it's pretty much a wrap unless you get Melodyne. So this is your basically what you played. So obviously we'll solo this. Solo. Right there, and then so let's say obviously you mess up. So all you have to do to fix it in this, and this is why audio tracks are glorious, is that you can just grab it and then drag it up, and now it is. So that's how you do that. So obviously you can drag any of that. You can even, if you want to, you can double click and it'll add in a new note. Now the problem with doing that is that if you want to add in a completely new thing, you have to not right click, you have to go up to event and you have to do insert instrument part so that you can place down notes. And it's a little tedious for me, so personally I just like playing it and then fixing it how I want it to be fixed, and you can just drag it to wherever you want to. So pretty simple. Also there's note color, which I actually never messed with. And it doesn't want to work. So anyway, what was I about to say? Yeah, so obviously this is your instrument and stuff. So what did I want to talk about? I forgot. Okay, so obviously this is your quantize. This quantize is different from the quantize I already explained, where it'll like snap to so that the timing is perfect. This quantize actually changes up the syncopation. So say that you have this and it's obviously on snap. This is toggle snap. So what that does is that you can drag it and it'll snap to the different bars and stuff. So say you don't want that and you want it to be more detailed and more closer, or yeah, you want to be more precise on where you want it to land. You can move it to 1/32 and it'll change and snap to 30 seconds, and then 1/64 is the same thing except smaller. It's also really helpful for if you have to sample something and it doesn't start exactly on the one, and it's good for dragging stuff so that it'll fix, or start/end on the one, then it'll go in and you can fix that. So it's pretty relatively simple in that regard. What else is important in here? This is the other quantize that you're going to use if you want to fix your timing. I'm not going to do that for now. But obviously you can go through. It's more detailed than just doing quantize up here. That's just you just click it and hope and pray that it does it right. This you can change, like if you want it to be, where is it? Right here. Then you can change whether you want it to be 1/16, all of that. Yeah. And no, it's right here. I'm sorry, it's right here. So this is your 1/32, 1/64. I'm pretty sure somebody's like, you don't know what you're talking about. Do it right. I'm trying, okay? So obviously you can just press apply and now apply it. Nah, I'm trying. Like I'm trying, man. No, I'm just saying. All right, so obviously that's pretty much pretty self-explanatory stuff, I guess. Quantize. Time based is just shows you how it basically changes what these are. So say right now it's on bars, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, all that. You know, you can change it to like seconds. So say you want to see where 5 seconds is, 10 seconds, you can change it to that, and it'll become 5, 10 seconds, so on and so forth. So that's what bars is. And go back, and there's also different options. It's another way for you to do your quantize as well. It doesn't want to load. See, it's basically just quantize stuff. So pretty relatively simplistic stuff. This is your obviously select. This is the cut. So what am I? Okay, so say you want to cut up your thing. That's how you do it. It's better. That's more used for audio tracks than this because you don't really need to cut anything. This is obviously the draw. So say you want to have a note, you can change how long or short it is. Oh gosh, I hope I didn't just mess something up. This is obviously erase, so if you want to get rid of something, you can do that. You can edit, undo up there. This is obviously mute, so say you want to mute the second chord, then you can. So if you want to hear, like if you have some deep, complex -7 sharp 9 flat 11 chord or something, you can go in and mute certain things. I don't even know that thing. Then listen is to listen to certain parts of it. You can just hold it down and it'll solo it for you. I rarely ever use it because I just solo it here. Then there's also different track types. So say you want if you're under a drum track, you can change it to drum view, and it'll be drums over here instead of notes, but obviously it's the same thing under here. Then you've got notation, which is, or score view as they call it here, which is basically that in classic notation. And say you want a G, you just write it with the pen. Then you can double click to, oh, you don't double click to delete, you delete, okay, no, you don't do that either. This thing is taking a while to load today. That is weird. Oh, it's right here. Okay. And then you can delete like that. You just select it, press delete on your keyboard. It doesn't show up anymore. Oh, it does. Okay, you see it shows up in the corner. So if you need to delete something, you can obviously see what I'm doing, I hope. So yeah, that's pretty much that. And the last thing I want to cover is down here at the bottom. So this is the first thing is velocity. So this is how hard you're hitting the note. So basically it's like pressing it like versus. So it changes your sound, especially important when you're doing like string stuff, I find, because like sometimes if you are playing something, then every once in a while you'll hit a note too hard and it'll be really annoying. So you just go to velocity under here and you can change how hard the velocity is. We're gonna skip note controller and oh, actually we're not. So basically what this does is that it changes same as velocity somewhat. Basically just fine tuning this, not particularly important. I was actually about to skip it in key switches. I'm not exactly sure what this is. It doesn't show up with anything, so I'm just going to skip that one. Modulation obviously is your mod wheel. This thing actually, let me go into here. It's this. That's what that is. Pitch bend is obviously pretty self-explanatory. It's this. So say you want to. So when you're recording a part and you have a bunch of pitch bend, it'll show up down here. Let me show you actually. I'm gonna wait for this to end. I can just skip it. So obviously I was using the pitch bend. Obviously I was doing the pitch bend on my keyboard, and then as you can see it shows up both here, and it'll also show up down here as well. You scroll over to where it's at, you see it shows up like that. So you can also edit it if you don't like where you pitch bent it. You can just do the little knobs. I'm not gonna mess with it, but you can just drag them and they'll change, you know. I guess I will. See it changes where it is. Same thing with volume stuff, but I'll go into that. And aftertouch is not exactly sure. Once again, it doesn't show up with anything when you click on it, but I believe that's like if I'm not mistaken, that's like effects and stuff like that, but don't quote me on that. So I guess that's pretty much it. I'm pretty sure this tutorial is going on for way too long. Outro music. So that's pretty much the end of this tutorial. I don't want it to go on for too long or bore you guys with deep, intricate details of stuff that you don't really care about. So that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. I'm actually gonna keep this. It's kind of interesting. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Remember to like and subscribe, and comment if you have any questions or anything, or something I say doesn't make any sense. Just comment it below. I'll see if I can answer it, and if not, then I'll use Google. So I'm just kidding. So, but no, I will try to answer your question as well as I can. Oh, that reminds me of something important. Completely random. This video is going way too long. But if you need to loop something, then it's down here. I forgot to say this, but this is loop active. So let me turn it off. You see this gray thing shows up when you press loop active and you click on a track. You just click on it. This gray thing should show up, and you right click. And I turned off loop follow selection. What that does, if you turn it on, and you select something, then it'll only loop that. So say, let me turn it on. I turn on loop follow selection. You see it changes to right there. I don't really like that, but it does do that. So that's what that is. And you right click, turn it off, and you can drag it back out, and it won't change every time if you turn off loop follow selection. And then you can just click on it to turn the loop on, and it'll obviously loop. So, completely random thing. Like I said, like and subscribe. I said it like 30 times now. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.